Hello guys, welcome back to the channel. Tonight I got a set of videos that are going to blow your mind, so if you guys are ready, go right ahead and check these out.
And I ate babies and I ate babies before and I feel really weak about it, really weak. Not strong. When I eat hemp I feel really strong.
Go to the camera.
I feel, when I eat hemp I feel really strong, really...
When you eat hemp?
Yes, and feel really powerful, but when I eat meat, I feel really
That's
weak.
right.
And
Go to the camera. Say what you said to
when I ate, the first time when we ever done it with Papa, the first time when we little done it, we had feared so much.
When you did what?
When we killed the baby, first time. And
You killed the babies?
Yes.
You yourself?
With Papa. Papa holding my hand, he helped me. But he told me to cut the baby's head off. But he forced me to. I couldn't.
He held your hand?
He held my hand, yes.
Like what? Show me.
So this is my hand on the knife. He put his big hand on and he pushed my hand and then cut off the head. Like that. And then when we got older, we got more used to it. But then we understood. Then my mom, when my mom found out about it, she understood. She told me that it's wrong to do this kind of stuff. So then but then me and Gabriel had still been used to it. But then we had understood that it's wrong.
What the hell did I just watch? Ooh, I have no words. Is this true? Like, what is happening? So apparently their father took them into some type of ritualistic whatever cult and had the kids sever off you know what's head and then eat it. Hold on, I gotta do a search and see who these kids' parents are. Well, apparently their papa is actor Rick Dearman, and according to this article, he was falsely accused of sacrificing, you know what, and drinking their blood in a satanic cult. I don't know. From what the little bit that I read, it shows that there were more than just him accused of doing that. There was supposedly there was a satanic cult of over 175 people, including people from their school, members of church, and actors doing rituals in which they sacrifice, little humans and ate and drank their blood. After investigation, it came out to be that they were falsely accused. You guys let me know if you believe that story, that they were falsely accused, or you think that what those kids were describing really happened.
So you have all of these migrants from all over the world. Many of them are South American, but that is by no means the whole story. People are coming from the Middle East. We met Afghans. There are people from Yemen, Iran. It's shocking, really. This looks superficially like the migration of Central Americans, but that's not the whole story. These migrants, when they come to the southern border of the U.S., they get through on the basis that they are political refugees. They aren't. When we talk to them, everybody tells the same story. They are fleeing economic collapse. And you see, when you go into this camp, you see the hallmark of the international community. NGO emblems all over the place. Proudly American flags. They've paid for the water system, the toilets that are there. The United States government is facilitating this economic migration, and it's unmistakable, as is an organization called the IOM. It's a branch of the UN. And if you read their charter, you will discover that this organization believes that migration is an inherently good thing, that it's always good. And in this case, that's particularly tragic.
I always thought that opening the borders like that, yeah, people want to say there's a lot of people that are fleeing their countries because of, persecution. You don't know who else is coming through on those trips. Like, our enemies could be just infiltrating, for all you know, and just waiting for the right moment for all of them to get armed and attack and just basically kill us from within. So I think it's dangerous to just let everybody in. If you want to come in, do it the right way. Something needs to be done, and the people that are coming through needs to be investigated.
This is proof that symbolism runs deep with these celebrities. Next to John Legend, you have this woman doing this hand signaling with her fingers, and when she realized what she has just done, she looks at John Legend like, oh crap, what the heck did I just do? And if you don't know what this means, this is the same hand gesture that Baphomet does.
Yeah, she was doing her hand signals, and all of a sudden she looked to the side of John Lennon and she was like, oh crap, I messed up. So that's one of the clearest signs that I've seen of somebody like definitely throwing those hand symbols and then like realizing that they messed up in front of the cameras. Let me know in the comments below what you guys think of that.
First thing I want to enlighten you all on before I explain why angels would use an aircraft is how some of the angels are physical beings. Not all of them are physical beings, but for the ones that are, in many ways they share similarities with humans, such as needing to eat food. 2 angels ate food with Lot and his family in the Bible before destroying the 2 ancient cities, Sodom and Gomorrah. Now to explain why an angel would need an aircraft, let's look at God's chariots of fire more so as a spiritual craft that can travel interdimensionally. Even the Bible tells us this is exactly what the chariot of fire did when it took Elijah. It says that when Elijah was taken up into a whirlwind, the chariot of fire took him to heaven. And as we know, heaven is a supernatural place that is not on this earth. And that just lets us know that these chariots of fire can travel interdimensionally. That would make sense since angels are interdimensional beings themselves. The word angel literally means messenger, which is why angels travel from realm to realm, delivering the messages of God to humans. Perhaps this is why when people see UFOs, they can just instantly disappear. Since they're interdimensional, not interstellar. This just means they are not from space, but instead from a different dimension. The only difference now, though, is that when our ancestors seen them, they immediately knew they were angels, but now we think they're aliens. This is all by design, by the more deceptive powers.
And that is exactly what I think also. I think we've been conditioned to think that what we're seeing is aliens or unexplained phenomena or unidentified crafts, but in reality, it's just the messengers. They're just trying to cover it up. You guys let me know down in the comments below.
But I watched CNN today, and they had the presidential debate, the U.S. presidential debate, and maybe some of you saw it, and if you did, well, it was amazing. But what was especially amazing was afterward, they went to the panel of assembled Democratic operatives posing as journalists, and all of them were like shocked to discover that Joe Biden has dementia, like they couldn't believe it. What? Oh my gosh! He's non-compass menace! No way! Are you serious? It was 2019 that I heard from a friend of mine who was friends with his sister, Val, that the family was very upset because Joe has dementia and he's running for president. So when you travel outside our borders, people are like, so Joe Biden, how is he? Well, I think he has dementia. He certainly does! Like everybody knows because they have, I can't remember, the internet. But for the media today to be like, wow, we just got the diagnosis. This is shocking. He can't run for president. Either they're really stupid, like too stupid to breathe unaided, or they're liars. They're truly dishonest. They're hiding the obvious from you.
I mean, if they can't tell that something is definitely wrong with Biden, I don't know what to tell you. Either they're lying to our faces or they're incompetent.
If you don't know what is about to happen, you are definitely going to want to watch this video right now. Make sure you share with a friend because they don't want to miss this. So of course, there's been a lot happening in space the last few weeks and months, like it's just insane. Weird planets, potential signs of other life. We had the Strawberry Moon event a couple of weeks ago, and now this, which is literally insane. This has been all over the news sources, and people are saying how rare this really is. Basically, what is happening is a super rare supernova explosion. Now, this is apparently going to be a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity, as supernova explosions happen roughly every 80 years, but one this close to Earth hasn't happened for over 3,000, so doubt you're going to be around for the next one, mate. But due to how close it is, apparently, it is just going to be incredible to see, and as I say, a literal once-in-a-lifetime experience. And you'll be able to see it the clearest in Florida, but across the US and in the UK and worldwide as well, I'm pretty sure. But the one problem is we don't know exactly a date of when it's going to happen. But what they've said is that it is going to happen anywhere from now until September, so keep our eyes peeled. I will keep you updated.
That's crazy. A supernova? Correct me if I'm mistaken, but isn't a supernova exploding detrimental to Earth if it's that close that we could get hit with gamma radiation? Hope it's not that close. I gotta look into it and see how far it is.
A movie that came out. It's called Leave the Earth Behind. This is the one with Julia Roberts. Yeah. One with the Teslas. Yeah. I don't know if you noticed the two kids wearing the t-shirts.
No, I didn't.
One kid wearing an Obey t-shirt, and the other girl was wearing a NASA t-shirt. Obey NASA.
Oh.
A lot of people were saying, NASA, what does that is a code for Satan. Everyone's saying like, oh, that NASA doesn't even spell that word. NASA always starts their countdown with T minus.
Yeah, what's T minus?
The missing letter to complete the word.
No, that's crazy.
The symbolism in the beginning and the middle and in the end.
Yeah.
The way they moved the movie was like through water, right? So there would be a painting behind the bed frame in the beginning, and it would just be calm waves, right? And then as the movie progressed and it got like crazier, then it would be wavier. There would be another painting, wavier. And then at the end, it would be pure chaos.
That is interesting about the NASA logo missing the T and them using T minus for every time they're doing a countdown. I know the T stands for time, but it's still a crazy coincidence. I actually watched that movie last night. It was all right. I don't know, like the ending, it just left me wanting more. Like what happened? Like it just, like nothing actually happened at the end. I know they basically talked about what was the actual event that was occurring, but still, that movie would have been better off as a series rather than a movie, because there was a lot of stuff that was left untold and unsaid that it would have been a lot more interesting if they would have continued that storyline. You guys let me know in the comments below if you thought that was a good movie.
Have you ever heard of dead air? It's a risk that you run when you go into these like enclosed places that have been closed for a long time. Basically what it is it's all like nitrogen,
Some type of gas.
but it's like it mimics oxygen in that you feel like you're filling your lungs, except for you're getting no oxygen, and so you think you just die.
Just suffocate?
You just suffocate.
So it's air just being, that's weird, like without oxygen for so long, and
Yep.
like, that's so weird. Where would those places be? Sealed off cave or something?
Yeah, I mean, like think about like in Edinburgh, like how the city was built on top of the city, and how that happened in New York as well. It's the same scenario. So when you're going into these pockets, beware.
Beware the dead air. That's I saw that was like advice you don't really expect to hear, but you really need to know.
Yeah.
And one of them was like, if you ever see somebody in a crawl space or like in a tight area and they're like not moving and they're dead or asleep or something, do not crawl in after them, because something in that tunnel or crawl space is probably what killed them, like the air alone. So it's like there's been cases of that where people will crawl in trying to keep saving people, and they just keep recycling because it's all from the air.
Oh.
Don't be a hero.
You don't have to worry about me going into those places. Me and Kay, we don't. But that's good information for everybody else. Like I never knew about dead air, but now I know, so I'll keep it in mind.